Exactly.
Holler is intended for mature audiences only, so your mom is definitely invited. Sometimes controversial, always engaging. It's the podcast that lets your voice be heard. It's the podcast that shouts you out. It's time to holler. Can you dig it?
I could eat a unicorn one day through a Pop-Tart.
I like toaster strudels.
You like the jizzy part?
Yeah, I like the way it explodes
You
in
like
my
it?
mouth. And to swallow it down. Oh my god.
Your tweets, snaps, Facebook comments, and even phone calls. Holler any way you want.
They used to give kids opiates to keep them quiet.
This is much less offensive than that.
JD, Brian, and Gracie. Holler at your boys and a girl.
All right, guys. Holler Nation, those joining us, we've at least got someone in here, so I guess I did it right. The first thing I was going to ask, Gracie, on your end, can you see, are we shared right now to Holler Live or Holler? Oh, we are on Holler Live, aren't we? Yeah, there we go. I was trying to find us. It was delayed on my end. It wasn't popping up. I've got us. We're good to go. Technical difficulties solved. Holler Nation, it's so good to see you again. This is our last episode of 2023. It's going to be really weird saying 2024 shortly, but, you know, such is life. Another year rolls by. Gracie, speaking of life, how's life? Being a mom.
Being a mom is becoming a lot easier, but now I have to go back to work in a week, and I'm not happy about it. So.
You've got the existential dread of going back to work. Ooh.
So much dread. Not ready to go. Brian, why don't you just pay my bills and let me be a stay-at-home mom? And
see, I knew you were going to just segue right into that.
Little John Brian.
Little John, I do care about the guy. I really do. Little Finn, a.k.a. Little John Brian. Guys, we've got a great guest this evening. We've got Dylan Smith with us of Huntington, West Virginia. He's a local film director. He is Dylan. We could call you. You're the manager of Good Trouble LLC, correct?
Correct.
Gotcha. And how long have you been the manager of, or the director, I should say, of Good Trouble LLC?
I've been probably doing this for about. It started differently, but I've probably been doing it since about 2017.
I got you. Well, dude, you've got some great stuff to talk about. You recently did a really, really fun project that you've been spamming all over the interwebs. We'll definitely get it out there ourselves. We're going to play some fun games with Holler Nation. We're also going to give away some Camo Energy. So this is a good time for me to show you that this show is sponsored by Camo Energy. These things are locally made, but it's a national product, soon to be a global product. These are going to replace any kind of 5-hour energy, anything like that. And honestly, just replace your energy drinks in general with this. This one I've got is Dragon Fruit. 250 milligrams of caffeine. Dylan, do you drink caffeine at all? Are you a caffeine guy?
I do. I am.
Okay, well, we will definitely send you some for being a guest on here. Like I said, these are locally made, but they're seriously delicious. Anywhere locally, now that you've seen this on the show, you'll start to see them. If you walk in a Speedway or a Clark's Pump and Shop, they're everywhere locally. But
cool.
They are the sponsor of this show. What is it?
I said Casey's in the Midwest.
Casey's in the Midwest. If you're tuning in from Chicago, we got you. There's also a website down below, camoenergyshots.com. You guys can go there and buy 6-pack, 12-packs, I should say, of your favorite flavors. I suggest Rocket Pop or Dragon Fruit. Gracie likes the blood orange. Guys, we will have JD joining us. We just got word he's running a little bit behind. He did have to work this evening. He'll be in with us, but the show must go on. We've got a great guest is the point. Gracie is awake for now. She's done momming for a second, which honestly, Gracie, as much shit as I give you, like, shout out to you, girl, because like,
thanks.
Seriously, big shout out. Not to make this about me for a second, Gracie, but believe
God, here we go.
I am COVID positive right now.
Shut up, Brian Ball.
Swear to God, I am COVID positive right now. I apparently attended a super spreader Christmas event, and like the whole household went down. There was like 10 people, 11 people, 12 people. All of them tested positive. They were all getting very, very sick, and I just kept I was like, I'm gonna be fine. It's not gonna happen to me. And then I started to feel like a little bit off. I was like, oh shit, I've got it, because I feel a little bit off because I'm never sick. And I went ahead and took a test, and then boom. Yeah, I attended the Cobb COVID Christmas. Big old shout out.
Miranda's the one that gave it to you.
Yeah, thanks so much for that. That was the wonderful gift, the gift that lasted past Christmas. It's been amazing.
Oh man, how sad, Brian. So
anyway,
sorry.
Anyway, like I said, we'll get JD in here. We're going to talk to Dylan. We're going to bring some cool stuff to the table. We've already shouted out Camo Energy Shots. Gracie's going to be posting Dylan's links over here in the live chat. So he's got a YouTube channel.
It's there.
It's there right now. And, like I said, many fun things to talk about. Let's go ahead and stab and let's get going here.
Link up at officialholler.com.
So, Dylan, you just recently completed a project that you're pretty proud of. It's a music video. I want you to take me from like start to finish. Like, how was this project offered to you? Were you approached by this? And who was the music video for?
So this was a music video for Big Baby Gucci, and Big Baby Gucci is an LA-based artist, originally from Charlotte, North Carolina, and he and I started doing music videos earlier this year. He flew in, and we did a music video at the Keith Albee that was themed after Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
He wanted to give me full creative control, I guess, to do the next video, and he told me if I had full creative control for the second one, he would have full creative control for our third one. So he's going to get to choose the theme of the next one, and I've been wanting to do this theme for a while, and it's something that I'm passionate about, not only for a few reasons, but Jason David Frank, passed away about a year ago. He was the green and white Power Ranger, and
Yes.
he was a big influence to me for a long time, and he committed suicide. So that was super crazy to me, and actually like a celebrity death that impacted me because he came to Huntington. I went and met him, and he was so nice. And when I met him, he was like asking me about, where should I go out tonight? Where do all the girls go around? Like what bars, where should I go to? And he was so nice and so personable. And so my buddy, he didn't have like any, toys or any money for an autograph. He just sort of came to tag along. And he said, do you have anything for an autograph? And my buddy said no. And he just sort of grabbed like some merchandise and autographed it for him and just kind of gave it to him. And so I became such a fan of him. But then, my mom was in this movie that I was a big fan of called Unmasking the Idol. It's a sort of spy satire from the 80s. And it was directed by a guy named Worth Keeter. So this company, Vinegar Syndrome, which is like a boutique Blu-ray company, they like remaster old films. They remastered the film that my mom was in, Unmasking the Idol, which we previously only had on VHS. So we got it on Blu-ray, and I started looking up all the people involved. We started watching behind the scenes. They'd bring up Worth Keeter, and my mom was like, oh my gosh, that's Worth, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up looking up Worth Keeter, going to this thing, and I found out he's actually the guy that brought, that brought Super Sentai over and created Power Rangers in America. And so I was like, oh my gosh. So my mom worked with this director who created Power Rangers. So then I started getting super fascinated with this guy, Worth Keeter, and sort of went down this hole of the Power Ranger style tokusatsu. And I started watching sort of branch offs of that, like Kamen Rider and Ultraman. And then I started talking to Adam Barraclaw a little bit about that.
He's a friend of the show, by the way.
Yeah.
I was living in Atlanta for a little while, and there was a video store down there that you could rent from, like a Blockbuster, but for like more obscure films. And they have some real, it's called Videodrome. They have some really obscure stuff. And so I asked Adam, I was like, dude, give me the most like obscure stuff you can. And so at one point I said, do you have anything tokusatsu themed? So he told me Super Inframan and the Oily Maniac. And so I went and rented both of those, and they were amazing. And that was the main sort of influence on the video. Once I watched Super Inframan, I just was obsessed with it. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do something like this. How has there not been anything like this? And so I talked to a few friends that are in the industry, and I'm like, have you seen anything like this in the game? And so one of them sort of referenced me to this ad that Doja Cat did for like a shoe. Like, I can't remember if it was Puma or what, but it was sort of themed like that. Like, she had a Power Ranger suit on. She didn't have a helmet. She was like jumping and stuff, but it wasn't what I was like imagining. Like, it was very green screened and modern. And so I was like, all right, I want to do this, my way. And so I told Big Baby Gucci I wanted to do it, and he was totally on board, and he sort of let me have free reign. And that was the birth of it.
So his song that this is the music video for, first of all, Big Baby Gucci is who we're talking about. I want to make sure I write that down.
Correct.
So for those listening, is that just spelled like it sounds?
Yes.
Big Baby Gucci, because we got some people, Dylan, that will tune in via Spotify. Not everybody's watching. We're going to be on YouTube and Facebook, of course, if you want to watch the video, but we'll have Spotify listeners too. So if we're ever describing something, we need to make sure we spell it out for them. So Big Baby Gucci, and what's the name of the song?
It's called The Rush Before the Fall.
So The Rush Before the Fall. So did it take much convincing from your end that you're like, man, this is going to sound bizarre, but I've got like this Power Rangers angle that I want to take on this? Or was he just like game for it from the jump?
He was game for it, but I wanted it for a different song. He had played me his entire album and a few other songs, and he wanted it to be a song that was on the album, but I really wanted to do another song that he had, and he, for that particular song, he saw a cowboy, a Western theme, and I just didn't see that for that song. And so he was really trying to convince me cowboy Western, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, well, what about, the Rush on my album? And then I sort of listened to it. I was like, oh, this is even more fitting for what we're doing as far as, what the song's about and the lyrics. And so it just fell into place.
Yeah, well, it's super cool. I definitely clicked it instantly. I clicked it just based off of like just some photos that you were sharing, because I was like, am I seeing this right? Is this guy taking like a Power Ranger theme on this like rap video, I'm assuming? And yes, the answer is yes. Dylan, you're great to talk to about this, by the way. I know that everyone is already thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, because like I talked to you the whole time in pregame, and I always joke about this. I try not to talk about too much in the pregame because I want it to all happen organically on the show. But like, man, the second that we got into the show and started talking about your actual passion, because we're trying to save all that, dude, your brain goes a million miles an hour. You're like talking to Kanye over there. It's like I can just see everything firing. It's so nice to talk to someone that's passionate about something, which you certainly are. So big baby Gucci, you guys are going to have another project then.
Yeah, I think we're gonna tackle sort of like a James Brown style next. So that'll be interesting and fun and different.
Yeah, that will be. Are you going to go retro with it, do you think?
I think so.
Okay, cool. I like it. So you're a big film guy. Obviously, this is how you got into all this. And I wanted to ask you before I forget, you said your mom was in a film. What's the name of the film?
It's called Unmasking the Idol.
And how did she, where's your mom originally from? Like, how did she get into film?
So my mom was living in Myrtle Beach at the time, and Earl Owensby was a producer in South Carolina. He was doing sort of like schlock ripoff parodies, not parodies, more of satires, I suppose. And so, what's up, Buffy?
Buffy, what's up?
Oh, love you, mean it.
They were doing a I don't know if you've ever seen Shag. And it's like a Myrtle Beach classic, but if you ever seen, you ever have interest in that kind of thing, the East Coast films, Shag is a good one from down there. But so they were doing a spy, sort of like a James Bond ripoff, where it's like he's partially a spy, and then at night he's a ninja, and on the side he has a trained monkey. So it's sort of like this combination of all these things.
Of course, there's a trained monkey, by the way.
Of course, right? Yes, and it's super.
I'm interested.
Satirical. I think you're really gonna get a kick out of it. But so yeah, my mom was involved in that, and that always just super interested me growing up. And we had the tape, and so now I've been interested in boutique Blu-rays, Vinegar Syndrome, and things like that. So when they announced that they were doing that, I was like, oh my gosh! Like I tried to get my mom like an interview on the Blu-ray, didn't work out. But by the time I got a hold of the guys at Vinegar Syndrome, they were like, oh my gosh, did your mom get on there? And I was like, you tell me, but no, they're great.
I love it. Franny out there says Brian is taking excessive notes on movies he now needs to watch. And she's not wrong. She's not wrong. And Fran, I'll do you one better. Dylan and I in the pregame, we were just firing movies the entire time. The entire pregame was just movies and movie debate, because I knew that we couldn't like essentially waste the whole show on just movies. We're going to bore you guys with that. And I want to talk about like, his career path, but you're right. I've got a whole notepad ready to go here. That's hilarious. By the way, Gracie, I think something that we should note for Dylan, that we should connect him with, like after in the post game, we should connect him with Patrick Taft. That's a great. Patrick Taft is a local actor that really kind of made it. He was on a show on Amazon. And
Wildfire? Was it a movie? No, it was a show. He was on like the second episode or something.
It was like a series. Yeah, we'll have to come up. We'll help you bridge that, because that's a local guy that that could help act in things. He's a local creative, man, that you would really like. We've had him on the show before.
Please.
He's on one of our episodes. If you happen to remember and you think of the name Patrick Taft, if you just search our episode, you'll find what he's all about. Episode 2 of Holler. Oh, he was right after Tim Ear. We went Tim Ear.
I'm pretty sure he was episode 2. I'm pretty positive.
Yeah,
I have to go look right now to make
let's
sure
just
I'm
jump right into it. Buffy says, have I missed?
No, you haven't, Buffy. It's coming.
Camp Arrowhead talk. It's coming right now. Let's go. Camp Arrowhead. She says it's her favorite Dylan film. So Dylan, for those that don't know what Camp Arrowhead is, tell us about it. And when did you make it?
Well, so originally I was really, really gunning for sort of like narrative comedic stuff, and I did a sort of 21-minute camp slasher pilot, sort of, biting off more than I can chew and thinking my britches were bigger than they were. But it was a lot of fun, and we went out to a camp, and we had a cast of, I think, 16 or 17 people that were playing teenagers at this summer camp, and it was like a thing where the first half was comedic, the first like 12 minutes or so were comedic, and the back half was horror. And it's on YouTube. It's on my YouTube, my Good Trouble page, and so I did a bunch of short films back then. It's still on there, and it was a ton of fun. There's a killer. We had Massing do a local soundtrack for it, original song. There was, a costume design. Everyone had outfits, made specifically for the film, shirts that were made for the camp. We shot it out in Wayne at Camp Jerry. It was a lot of fun.
There's some interesting camp areas out. I thought you were going to say Camp Matt Anthony Wayne, but you were literally out in Wayne. I have not been to that camp that you described right there. Is Buffy in the movie? Is she in Camp Arrowhead?
She has a lot of relation to the film. She was around a lot of people and me at the time. Give a lot of input. She's got a lot of influence on it.
And she's talking about Massing down there as well. And I know that you said that they did an original for you for that film, which is super cool of them. But man, what a great group! I mean, seriously, Massing is my favorite. They're my favorite local group. We get them. The joke was we just kept having them on Holler over and over. They're like the most hollered band, but we got some good ones out there. But man, I love them.
I don't think so. I think Corduroy Brown's the most hollered band.
Corduroy's got him still. Yeah, we do. We haven't hollered at either one of them in a minute. It's been a minute.
Oh, we haven't. I'm the worst.
Yeah, it's been a minute. But, since we've got Buffy here and she's a former guest, what's it going to take, Dylan, for a film that's got some of these cryptids in there? What's it going to take for a cryptid film?
Cryptid film?
I actually am I won't give away much about it, but I am working on something narrative for this year or even the following year, but I'm working really hard on it, and it's a more grandiose, a bigger project, but I will say that it is a creature feature, so I won't say anything more than that.
Yeah, a creature feature. I love that term. Well, you've got someone to consult. She's right there. You already knew that, though. I don't have to tell you.
Oh, of course. I know she's a big fan.
That's fantastic. So talk to me about maybe how easy it is or just the natural progression, because for those that don't follow, maybe some people just kind of like watch their music videos, watch their movies, and they kind of just let it all pass them by. But if you pay attention, you'll notice that many directors come from music videos, right? They come from music. They shoot a lot of music videos first, and then next thing you know, they're directing some of your favorite movies, and some of them still bounce back and forth. And I always found that like pretty interesting. So is that for you? Is it easy to cross over from one or the other? Is one specifically so much different? Is it harder for a music video because you have to jam it all into one little 3-minute thing, or what?
A music video is easier because there's no audio. And so that's a whole nother component that you don't have to worry about. The song's there and you can yell the entire time you're recording. Like you can be like, put your hand up, put it in your face, touch your face, scratch your head.
Which those behind the scenes are always great, by the way, because there's no music and everybody's
right. Yes. So, it's definitely different. Also, it's so different the editing process with a music video because it's like, what's up, Alan?
Corduroy Brown in the house. We just shouted you out, man. Seriously.
And, it's so awesome because it's like
what a weirdo. Not you, Alan. So sorry. Keep going.
No, you're fine. The music video, you can sort of find the shot later, so to speak. Like, say you're doing a handheld scene and you're going through and you're recording a guy walking into a building. You can sort of cut the best parts out of it for the music video. With a movie, you can't do that. You use the full through shot, so you got to make sure on set it looks like you want. You got to watch the dailies right there. It's perfect. But with the music video, not so much. You can shoot it 5 different times and you're going to have what you need in there. Ooh, look at that boy. What's he got?
JD Short is in the building.
Glad to see you, brother. Let me do a flip real quick.
All right.
Flip it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's all right. We do on-site editing on this show.
Yeah, watch this. Watch this. Watch these gymnastics. Bam! Bam! Buy it.
For those in Spotify world, JD's screen is flipping back. It's mirroring back and forth. He's left
Like a
and he's
fish.
right.
Fish out of water.
Hi,
He's
man,
flip
I'm
flopping.
JD Short. You can hit me up on the internet at JD Short. I'm sorry for being late. Hi, Dylan. What's up?
What's up, JD?
Good to see you, man. Excited to do the show. You guys have already been fucking probably talking for like a half hour now, right?
We're not too far into it, man. We're 20 minutes deep right now, and really we've talked about a couple of Dylan's projects. That's as far as we are. So we're just talking about, first of all, him being a kick-ass director for Good Trouble LLC, which we'll just go ahead and shout them out right now. Obviously, Dylan is set up on X now, formerly Twitter. And Good Trouble LLC is just like it sounds. It's spelled out just like that. Is there a better spot, Dylan, for people to check out Good Trouble? Is YouTube the go-to for that?
Yeah, so I've got Good Trouble Video on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. It's all over the place, wherever you watch things.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So that's what.
All over the socials, because that's what you got to do in the year of our Lord Christ Jesus, 2020 of the three.
You're beautiful.
So
So first off, I'm sure it's already been answered. Good Trouble, I'm assuming. Is this the name of your production company? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there you go. And you guys have probably dabbled in everything. I'm just coming in hot right now. I got a quick question.
EQ, my boy.
Ethan says the GOAT. That's what's up. So my question is, what's up? What's going down with the music video tip, dude?
The tip?
I'm saying music videos. What's up? You guys fucks with them? Do you make this shit happen?
Of course, we try to best we can.
What are some of the best music videos that you guys have done with Good Trouble?
Well, we just put out the Rush Before the Fall with Big Baby Gucci.
Big Baby Gucci.
I did a fun one earlier this year with Fiji Macintosh, which is Trippie Red's first cousin. He's on Trippie Red's most recent project.
Trippie Red is playing at the Loud soon for a Limelight show. It's supposed to be really good. Also, Buffy has just popped in. Thank you, Buffy, friend of the pod. She just said you also did Tudor's Biscuit World ads for Shelem. That had to have been a blast.
It was a lot of fun.
Dylan, that was you that shot that? That's hilarious.
Yeah, you guys haven't talked about this?
No.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah,
obviously, Holler is, we're proudly powered by CamoEnergyShots.com. Also, we are based here in the beautiful, wild, and wonderful Huntington, West Virginia. It's the birthplace of podcasts, America's best community, and we also like to party. Can you tell us? Can you tell us a little bit more about you did a commercial about wraps for a biscuit place. What's up?
Yo, and think about this, Dylan. There are some people that are going to be listening to this. They are not from this area. They don't even know what Tudor's Biscuit World is. We should just start right there. It is a local establishment. If you are an Appalachian, if you are a West Virginian, it's like a pepperoni roll. Everyone knows what Tudor's
with mayonnaise on it.
That's a whole other podcast.
Shut your mouth.
That's a whole other podcast.
Hang on, let me go get my Hellman's really quick.
Hey, speaking of massing, look who we got in the house. Rob.
Rob,
what's up?
No, for real, Dylan, can you give us a little
Robert.
bit more? Tell us a little bit about the behind the scenes of shooting the Find Your Wrappiness commercials.
Find Your Wrappiness.
Well, I've been doing Tudor's ads for a little while now. I've done 6 narrative Tudor's ads, I think, sort of cinematic advertisements. This was sort of our 2023 rollout. We wanted it to sort of be rap based since I've sort of transitioned Good Trouble from a more narrative position to a music video company. And I think that, Shelem fit the card perfectly for the Appalachian sort of staple that we were going for. And we really didn't want it to be an old guy fishing, catching his Tudor's biscuit, or a grandmother, getting her Tudor's biscuit from the milkman. So we really tried to alternate.
Fuck
Tudor's.
that. We're gonna put Shelem. We're gonna fucking put Shelem in a convertible, hit up the drive-through, and have him just fucking putting out vibes like it's nothing.
Y'all knocked it out of the park. It was fantastic.
That's literally, I think, it's the ultimate. Definitely is hands down the winner of the award for best breakfast sandwich / wrap combo, for sure. Absolutely. Rob
Won't be the last.
Rob of Massing, by the way, also friends of the pod. What's up, dude? He just popped in. He said, I saw the Wrappiness commercial when I was on the treadmill at the Y before it went on social media, and I lost so many calories.
So many calories.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Rob. Actually, he did all the animations on the most recent Big Baby Gucci Rush Before the Fall video, and so he drew those by hand. Not only the opening credit titles and the ending credit titles, but the sword summoning in the video when Gucci reaches up and summons a sword.
Yes.
Rob drew that as it comes down, and also when he fires his lasers, they're hand drawn, just like classic kaiju and tokusatsu Japanese stuff. So it really has that classic feel, and we couldn't have done it without Rob.
I'm so glad that you music and whatnot. Speaking of music, this is Post Malone's Wine.
Ah,
That's why I wanted to pop that out. Also, it's got a glass cork.
interesting.
That's some fucking baller ass shit. Also, my mother made this out of a small tumbler glass and a candlestick that she bought at an estate sale.
There was a lot of layers to that just now, dude. That took me a second to wrap my brain around that.
Tiramisu, baby. There's layers to this, player. All right. I just want to say I missed the cheers in the beginning of the show, so can we do one real quick? To Dylan Smith and Good Trouble LLC. Hell yeah. Enjoying the water. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, you idiots. Cheers.
JD, here's what else you missed. I am COVID positive right now. I've
My God.
been sick for 3 days, so I'm on the water.
Air horn. Can you give me some air horns?
But I'm gonna make it. I'm live on the show. We don't care. We're gonna make it. Listen,
I'm eating spaghetti at the house, podcasting on the internet.
Spaghetti and podcasting. Listen, we're gonna get right back to it. While we've got some eyes here, we're gonna have a little bit of fun for a second because we're about to be 30 minutes in. Let's give away some camo energy. Let's play some Family Feud.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. If you're on here right now, you
listen,
want to.
I just want to put just for 1 second, Dylan. We're going to come right back to you, man, because I still got other questions.
Yeah, for
all
sure.
that good shit. But hey, while we're doing all this other side stuff in the podcast, just hang out with us and have a good time. I'm loving the background, by the way, too. The record collection looks great.
All right, guys, it's Family Feud time. What we're going to do is the first 1 to 2 correct answers, and we're looking for the number 1 answer. When I ask the Family Feud question, you can guess as many guesses as you want. The number 1 answer gets the point. 2 number 1 answers is going to win you a camo variety pack. So, again, these camo energy shots we talked about earlier in the show, we will mail you a couple random flavors for free of charge. If you win, make sure you send us your mailing address. Gracie is the judge of this. Her screen is different than yours. Your screen will always come through faster than Gracie's. Do not blame her if she chooses someone else as the number 1 answer. Her screen wins. She is the judge. Gracie rules. Here we go. First question. Name a place in which you expect people to turn off their cell phones. We're looking for the number 1 answer.
This will be quick. Also,
name
Dylan,
a place in which you expect people to turn off their cell phones. Okay.
My bad, Brian. I'm sorry.
You're good. Go ahead.
Dylan, while we do this, while we let our audience kind of get into the whole deal, I also kind of ask some rapid fire questions of yourself. What was one of the toughest challenges you had faced on a set recently?
Well, one time on a set in the past year, this guy clogged a toilet that we were told not to use when he didn't ask. He just went ahead and dropped a big old Duke in there, and
yes,
water went all over the floor.
And that's what this podcast is about.
This is
and
good.
The owner came in and they were like, "Why is there water all over the floor?" And I was like, "There's water all over the floor." And we went in there and poo was coming out, and thankfully we had about 35 extras, and I ran up and I said, "Is anybody a plumber?" And there was a plumber.
Get the fuck out of here.
And
there was.
so he ran out to his truck and he threw something in the water and laid on it and slid back under there and fixed it all.
Number 1 answer's in the chat, by the way. Number 1 answer was church.
Oh, yeah.
Buffy on the scoreboard with church. Okay, next.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a funny story. Really funny story.
I happen to be a plumber. I'm gonna fucking fit. Did you guys like party with him after that? Like,
I feel bad now because I can't even remember who he was. But he was such a hero at the time.
He was the hero. I was gonna say, like, after at the wrap for the day, did you guys like toast it to him and shit and be like?
I definitely at the time was like bro, you saved my life.
Yeah.
He probably still tells the story too, by the way. Okay, next question. We'll keep talking to you in between, Dylan. So here we go. Next question for Holler Nation. In the school of life, what's your major? This is a weird question.
I hate this.
In the school of life, what's your major? Let's just see what they have to say. If anyone gets it, if not, we'll skip to the next one.
My answer is player hater.
Yeah, see, that's a good example, by the way. Along those
What
lines.
kind of answers you get? Damn. There's a
Don't
number
have to
one
play
answer
with
to
the
this.
game,
School of Hard Knocks, boys. Come on, come out the woodwork. Dylan, as far as, because everything nowadays, right, is CG, right? You know, fucking
Buffy's answer to question.
Jesus. A little Buffy.
it should be number one, right? Or anxiety,
Buffy,
right?
text me if
Did I
you
give it
need
away?
And by the way, these answers they're throwing out there, depression, sex, these are actually on here, but none of them are number one, but they're on the card. So you guys are on the
Quick question for you, Dylan. CG is obviously taking over everything nowadays. What project did you guys do recently that had like the most CG that you had to ever do, or most computer like imagery?
There's a little bit in the Gucci video, like when he transforms, but that's not something that I mess with a lot. That's not something that I know a lot about. I recently just met a guy in the summer. His name's Zano. He's like an amazing videographer and special effects guy. He did the stuff in the Big Baby Gucci video, but what I wanted that to be light because I didn't want it to feel too modern. And I've actually like had a lot of people comment and be like, oh, why doesn't this have more effects or like blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I'm not like crazy about like some of those like really easy like Premiere plugins or like After Effects type things. So I try to steer away from it.
Is that sort of your deal? Is you steer away from it because it's not your style? Or is it more of a, you know, it's not just not the time yet in like the career, what you're doing to get into that?
I think that partially. But I think that, like, you know, some of these videos that you see or some of these effects that you see in rap videos that are kind of like cut and paste is like you wouldn't see them in a movie. So, like, I wouldn't use them probably, you know?
All right, guys, let's power through this question. Just
That's
as
a great answer.
just as Buffy says, Brian picked better questions. Listen, Buffy, I'll tell you how we got here. Throughout the years of Holler, I've had this giant stack of Family Feud cards, these little cards. And if they're a bad question, I kind of like toss it to the side. We are down to just this many cards right here. So I'm not saying they're all bad questions, but that's how we got such a weird. The number one answer, by the way, JD accidentally said it as he was joking around. It's the School of Hard Knocks.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, please don't. Yeah, you know.
JD's on the board with one. Got it.
Don't. That was a great drop right there, Brian. Well done. Don't hold me to that. That's the dumbest thing. You ever see anybody on Facebook? Speaking of Facebook, hi Facebook. How many people on Facebook have graduated from the School of Hard Knocks on the Facebook education?
How many?
About the same number of people that work at the Krusty Krab.
That's exactly it.
About
okay, guys.
a bunch of. It's also the same amount of people that have like profile pictures like this.
Okie dokie. Oh, wow.
Okay, guys, next question. This one's going to go completely opposite. It's going to be so easy. It's whoever can type the fastest. So here we go. Looking for the number one answer.
Man, that's not nice.
Name a reason you stop during a long trip. Name a reason you stop during a long trip. Number one answer gets it. Who's going to type the fastest? I have a feeling it's going to be Buffy. She's typing pretty fast tonight.
Dylan, favorite current film right now. What's up? Either in theaters or streaming just recently.
Oh, I loved the new Godzilla movie so much.
Godzilla -1?
It was amazing.
Say word. That's awesome.
Dylan is also in our live chat actually answering the questions as we're interviewing.
That's awesome. I've been hearing a lot of great things about Poor Things. I'm going to watch it this week.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I want to watch Saltburn as well.
I saw Saltburn opening weekend in theater. We can talk about it, Dylan. I definitely have interesting thoughts about that one. I didn't hate it. That's for sure. It was different. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So
most recent honorable mention, and also May December with Natalie Portman and Julianne.
Now that one I liked much better than Saltburn.
Actually, Shin Kamen Rider. That was a big influence on the Big Baby Gucci video that I just. By far my favorite movie of the year.
Shout Shin Kamen Rider.
Number one answer has been in the chat. By the way,
if you know about this shit, fucking say holler in the fucking.
It's pee or bathroom break.
Miranda.
And Miranda was fast. So Miranda staved off Buffy for right now. Although Buffy had my favorite iteration of the answer, which is the pee-pee poo-poo man.
Stop me.
Hey, this shit's fucking busting.
Not to be confused with the poo-poo pee-pee man. My favorite cryptid.
See? I told you it was glass.
Rob says that he really enjoyed Five Nights at Freddy's. Hey, I went and saw that one also in theater, which I was glad that I saw it in theater and not on my TV screen. There are just some movies like Godzilla. You got to see that one on the big screen. It's just for the better effects there.
Do you think I can take Moria to see Godzilla?
She's gonna be
What
bored
was
out
that,
of her
Gracie?
mind. She's gonna be
Could
bored
I
out of
take
her mind.
Moria? Do you want to know the last movie I saw in the theaters?
Not because I hate Godzilla, by the way, Dylan. Because Maury's a
Frozen.
little child, and there's subtitles on the screen. She's gonna be bored.
It was
Moria
Frozen,
is
right, Gracie?
21 years old. No, it wasn't Frozen. I
Liar.
don't think it's not Frozen in theaters. It was the Barbie movie.
I fucking love this podcast because we got the chat just throwing out names of movies. Saltburn is wild. Five Nights at Freddy's Fire. Big win for Godzilla. The Pee Pee Poo Poo Man.
The pee-pee poo-poo man.
Buffy the
Sorry,
Vampire
Donald
Slayer.
Trump.
Like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's a TV series.
No.
All right, guys.
Trump
We got,
taking
some new,
dumps.
we got some new eyes. If you guys are just now tuning in, welcome
Diapers
to
plump.
Family Feud. This is your key when you hear this sound. We're playing Holler Family Feud. We're looking for the number one answer. First 1 to 2 wins a camo prize. Camo is an energy shot that we're advertising down below. So if you're tuning in, type your answer as fast as you can. Okay, here we go. Next question. Name a condiment that makes anything taste better. Name a condiment that makes anything taste
Oh,
better.
man.
Taste
It
the-
definitely
taste
ain't
the
going to be
best.
the one we know about, right?
It couldn't be, right?
Randy Moss. Is allergic
Randy Moss sauce.
to Randy Moss sauce, baby. That
Dang, I literally just commented that.
Are you serious? That's hilarious.
Yeah, I put crispy sauce.
crispy sauce.
Jesus.
Yo, what a fucking... hey, their social media point... I mean,
Ew,
social
Buffy,
media game's on
mustard,
point.
you're disgusting.
Huh?
What? I'm just
What?
reading the comments and making comments about the comments.
Gracie, the number one answer is in the
screen,
chat.
Brian. What the fuck? Let's go.
Is it ranch?
Ranch.
Number one
Can I
answer.
get me a sweet tea with an
Is it
extra ranch,
ranch?
please?
Believe it
Give
or
me an
not,
extra ranch real quick.
believe it or not, Gracie, they didn't survey Appalachians. The answer is not ranch. They surveyed the whole nation, and the answer turns out, drum roll please, is ketchup.
No!
Jump scare.
What?
Ketchup.
Ketchup does not make pizza taste better.
Well,
Yes, it does.
You're disgusting.
Other than the other answer, mayonnaise.
Buffy.
as
Buffy.
in
Got it.
mayonnaise, a lot of crispy sauce on this sandwich.
Although she put ketchup.
Who put ketchup? Is it Buffy?
Yeah,
Is she the number one answer?
she is.
Okay, we got
Keep
our
saying
winner.
that. Buffy the Cryptid Slayer.
Buffy the Cryptid Slayer takes home the camo prize. Buffy, chat with us. We'll send you something. I feel like I remember you saying if you drink caffeine, your head explodes or something, and your head pops off. We'll send you some stickers because whatever. Anyway, let's get back to Dylan while we got this bobblehead down here in the corner. Pay no attention. Dude, do the bobblehead and the mirror at the same time. We need both action. So again, for those
Hang
on Spotify,
I'm working on it.
we have a Marco bobblehead.
Oh my
His
God,
head's
he's-
bobbling. He's flipping. He's
His
flipping.
head's
he's
not
bobbling.
bobbling.
Yeah, it is. Maybe
That's
He's
a
zero head
bobble.
bobbles.
Wait, you should play the Dr. Dre clip one more time.
imagine they're riding.
Hitting, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's hitty, baby.
Dylan.
Wait. I got a couple more. Hang on. Here's another one.
Oh,
this one-
and by
this
couple
one-
more, he means bobbleheads. By the
This
way,
one's a little more. He's a little more anxious. This is a
Jonathan India.
Jonathan India of the Reds, a
Jonathan
wonderful
Cincinnati
baseball player.
Reds.
Johnny Baseball. Give me something else for that. He needs to dance to something.
Okay, I got you.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
I got one more.
Okay, I got you.
I need something just that's straight like fucking. I need something right now that's fucking goated. Give me something fucking going.
Okay, I got you.
That was for the visual crowd, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening on Spotify, all you got was just some clips, but you got to go back and watch the video on YouTube and Facebook in the future. You'll see Marco, the mascot from the Thundering Herd of Marshall University, Jonathan India from the Reds, and Snoop Dogg with a can of Corona.
Dylan, we're going to pepper you with some more questions before we finally move on to the rest of Holler Nation here. And so let me start, because, by the way, JD, I haven't went through any of my list of questions. We just kind of got to know Dylan so far on the show. So here we go.
Now's the time, then. Let's do it.
We were just talking about movies that are out in theater or that were out in theater. I definitely want to use this time to pick your brain. Give me your favorite, so far, your favorite 2023 film. And I have a feeling what direction you're going to go with this. So let me give you two options. Why don't you give me your favorite, like, kind of commercialized film, take the Barbenheimer route, and then you can give me your B route, and you're fine. By the way, guests can come in.
Hi, come on in.
We're
welcome.
Fine. Welcome to the show. We don't care. We're fine. So, Dylan, back to the question at hand. 2023 films. Give us your favorite, maybe that was out in theater, something that people know, a Barbenheimer type answer, and then take your route with it.
I loved Infinity Pool by Cronenberg's son.
God, that's such a great answer. That's a great answer, dude. Top three.
And then I loved Shin Kamen Rider, like I said.
Okay.
So those are two interesting choices. Obviously, Shin Kamen Rider. A lot of people. I want to talk about that one real quick, and then get to Infinity Pool. But Shin Kamen Rider. So we can say, is this the sort of what's the sort of genre concept of this? There's sort of a name for these kind of films, right? I mean, there's a lot of these Kamen Rider, like there's a lot of lore, right?
Sure, it's called Toku or Tokusatsu.
Right. And that's the sort of, is it sort of superhero-ish?
Yeah, it's it originated.
A lot of people watching
Kong.
This show, like watching our podcast, is probably not going to know much about this stuff. So that's why I'm
for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to need someone to make me a list of all these movies you're saying so I can watch.
But can you tell us a little more, like what's the lore of that film and why you like it so much?
So Shin Kamen Rider is just sort of a modernization of the Kamen Rider show, which is a Hong Kong superhero that's like a serial show from the 70s, and
like Ultraman, Power Rangers ish.
Yes, it's the same creator of Ultraman. It's very much the same style. Tokusatsu basically means that like there's not a lot of effects, so if a character's flying, it would just be them with their arms out. There wouldn't be anything more than that. It's not like there's not tons of now with Power Rangers. Yes, there's tons of explosions, but that was not the case back in the day. So. Yeah, that's sort of where that comes from.
It was dudes laying on a stool, right? Going
literally, yes,
with a fan on them and shit.
Dylan, what film is going to take Best Picture this year at the Academy Awards?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily saying what's your favorite or what do you even think's the best. It's saying what's the Academy going to choose as Best Picture, in your opinion.
That is a great question. I would have to see a list of everything that came out this year. I have no idea. I saw some stuff that had gotten nominated that I was just like a little bit thrown off by. I'd really have to go down a list.
We're getting into that 4-year.
I'd love for Godzilla to take some stuff.
We're getting into that 4-year consideration phase, right? Of the year.
Right.
And films are starting to pop out in the next 2 months. I'd say you're going to start seeing the real shit that they really want to go for award fodder. In like the end of January, beginning of February, sort of vibe.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Killers of the Flower Moon, because you've got your GOAT director, you've got your GOAT main actor, and plus it's just a really great film.
And supporting actors.
I liked it better than Oppenheimer. I know a lot of people.
Gladstone.
A lot of people are going the Oppenheimer route. By the way, Dylan, I'm going to talk to you about this in the post game. I'm going to throw a docu-film your way from 2023. You have got to watch this. It is called Daniel. It is on Max. It just came out. I have chills just thinking about it. It's that good, and it's right up your alley, man, because it's about a young man filmmaker, and it's about his very, very interesting journey in life. And man, it's an interesting story. It's a quick watch.
So it's like a real life Fabelmans?
It's a real life, man, and it's like a guy about Dylan's age. That's why he's going to find it so attractive, so cool.
I would love to watch it. But what did you guys think about the Fabelmans? Because I think that one's the one that's going to get a bunch of fucking nominations. Maybe not win everything, but obviously Dylan being a student of film and Brian being an enormous fan of film. The Fablemans is about film.
Yeah, well,
and it's
I've got
Steven the fuck Spielberg.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, JD. It was last year's Academy Awards. So, yeah, I saw it in theater, though. I went and saw The Fablemans in theater. I enjoyed it. That's a good one. I enjoyed it. It's fucking made by Steven Spielberg.
Sucking on chili dog, outside taste freeze.
Dylan, what did you eat for breakfast today?
I am not a breakfast guy.
Nothing.
I had a McChicken at lunchtime.
Okay, gotcha.
Smart.
Yeah. Man,
For me, the McChicken is the ultimate chicken.
Dylan,
It's the mayonnaise.
Here's an out in left field question for you. What's more likely, if you had to choose one or the other, what's more likely, that life as we know it, that we live in some sort of simulation, or that we have contact with aliens currently? Which is a more likely scenario?
What was the first option?
Life is some sort of simulation, or we have contacts with aliens currently. And I mean,
I'm going to say number 2.
Okay. I was going to say technically it could be both. I mean, they don't have to exist outside each other. I'm just making you pick.
Dylan, can you expound? Why do you choose that over the other option?
Well, I definitely think that there's been a lot of things that the government has hidden, and so I would definitely say that there's more likely contact with something that not that both aren't plausible.
Right. Well, you're saying, but it's probably more likely that the government is hiding something like that than it would be for them to be able to hide the fact that we would be living in a simulation.
Correct.
Sick.
Yeah, I think what's interesting about both options, by the way, are like they can still exist in the world that we live in, because people are very quick to say like, yeah, but it's fucking real. I can feel my arm, and God's real because my mom told me so. So therefore it's all real. And those things can still like be realities, quote unquote, in a simulated life or in a life where aliens exist. God could take on different meanings, and your reality could still be your reality, but it could be a fucking made up reality. I don't know. It's all very confusing. But cheers to that. Yeah.
That's why I drink.
This is why I drink.
What's up, man? Hey, man, I'm cool with drinking for 4. It's fine with me.
I'm
Gracie,
out of Dylan.
You're not sipping on nothing, are you?
No.
You just ready
It's
to
almost
go
been
to
a whole
sleep.
year since I've had a drink.
You're ready to go to sleep, is what you want, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Buffy says, I think aliens don't want to talk to us. LMAO. I agree.
Honestly,
The
why would
FBI is
anyone
putting Dylan on a watch list. Yo, Dylan, the FBI does watch our podcast, so.
Yeah, that's actually why we fired that question at you. They wanted to decide which rabbit hole to take you down. Okay, you're in, man. Congratulations on your
I
answer.
wish we had the X-Files theme right now on the drop. If we'd have had that, that'd be perfect. I'm doing a
You got
rewatch
mail.
by the way. Hey, Dylan, what do you think about the X-Files? What's your opinion about that show?
Oh man, I love Twin Peaks, and I've really been saving the X-Files. I know it's a deep dive.
Well, it is, and I'm fucking in it. All that shit.
No way, really?
Yeah, I'm in it right now, and I'm fucking loving it. It's some of the best television the fuck ever. And I'm a fan.
I've got to watch it.
I just completed my 3rd rewatch of The West Wing. So, Rob Coleman, by the way, popping back in of Massing. Ladies and gentlemen, go to massingwv.bandcamp.com and download their music, please. That would be great. He said, I forget about the snow informer drop every time, and it puts me in fight or flight mode.
And FYI, it's this one, people.
What's up, man?
Rob's on it. He called it fast.
Informer. Say that to me, so me, I go plane.
Jesus Christ. Rob, be on our show.
Post Malone. That song's by
And
Post
Corey.
Malone.
Okay,
And Jeff.
it's time to
And
shift
Gina.
over to Holler Nation. We've picked Dylan's brain to death here. We've talked movies. We've talked his projects. But before we move on from Dylan, and Dylan, we want you to stay with us the whole time. We still want your input on all of this stuff. But
Yeah, don't
while
love
we've
your
got
stuff.
everyone here, where can they find your work? We know that you're on X, but like YouTube, Gracie's going to throw the link out, correct?
It should be pinned at the top.
Okay, she's pinned it at the top.
Smart.
But yeah, you can find all my stuff. I'm Good Trouble Video on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything. So Good Trouble Video on YouTube. Like I said, it's linked on all my socials. Got all the videos on there, music videos, short films, interviews I've done with rappers, behind the scenes, a little bit of everything. So
I love that. I love it a lot.
And you've got a great handle on X, by the way, formerly Twitter. And I mean, I guess, is it pronounced as if it would be like Dylegacy? Is that that's what I've always thought.
Sick as fuck.
It's sick as fuck, but it's spelled Dill. So it's Dylegacy. So it's
amazing.
Dill Legacy, but it's like Dylegacy. It's great, fantastic. Check out Dylan. That's Dylan Smith.
I'm looking forward to your mixtape soon, man.
Oh, there's already one out. It's called Lil Dill's Hot Tub Rhyme Machine.
Oh my God! Wait a second. Hang on, Brian. You finish your thought, and I'm fucking up next, baby. I'm on deck. I got something.
Have at it, dude. All you.
Oh yeah. Okay. Word. Are you possibly dropping a fucking DJ set soon?
Who's asking?
The fucking world.
Holler, the podcast.
Our podcast is international. People listen to us in Alaska, Canada, Australia.
Hot Tub Rhyme Machine.
There's definitely a Hot Tub Rhyme Machine 2 in the works, but I can't say too much about that. The FBI might come after me for time travel.
I love it. Exclusivity, baby.
That is the funniest fucking name, dude, that I've ever heard. That's hilarious.
You should see the cover.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying that again, you've been mentioning artists you're working with and the things you're doing and these names and shit. And I hear a lot of this stuff along with the Limelight peeps over at Exclaim Records.
Oh yeah.
We're also fans of and friends of the pod. Is something coming up soon with that?
I hope so. I love those guys. I'd love to work more with them, so I hope so.
So then, therefore, that's what I'm doing right now. That's the point of this question: is I'm planting the seed. I see I'm doing. Hang on, I'm getting.
Oh, Shady, we're on a freaking podcast live. Stop planting seeds.
Hey, shut up. I'm just kidding, Gracie. I love you.
I'm an Indian outlaw.
For real though, I'm planting seeds right now. I foresee a sort of mixture of Good Trouble, maybe a Hot Tub Rhyme Machine 2, Exclaim Records artists coming in there. Maybe Rob from Massing in there too. He'd play a lick or something.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it. Rob has been so instrumental in tons of my work, so I'd love to work with those guys.
And then final sub question of this one: would you like to do a back-to-back DJ set with me? Sometime in the future. We'll straight up.
Of course.
Right.
Lay it down.
Sweet. Sick.
Just remembering John McCain says.
Put one out.
Dude, Hot Tub Rhyme Machine. That's fantastic. Listen, we're gonna move on. This is all about Holler Nation moving forward. We've got a Holler poll.
Send your dick pics to Gracie at officialholler.com.
You heard it.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, well,
that's all you got to do. By the way, go to officialholler.com. You can listen to all of our past episodes. You can watch them. You can go get camo energy shots at camoenergyshots.com. They're wonderful, wonderful things. 250 milligrams of caffeine. No sugar, no carbs, all energy, all the time. Great hits, great oldies. Party.
Lemon.
We lost it. It's okay.
We lost Dill for a second. He might have lost power. He'll get back in. And by the way, Gracie, you can text him, tell him to get back in. Okay, so at this point right here, we've got a Holler poll to read. But first, I'll let JD get his ready. But first, instead of doing a Holler poll, I would like to read some posts verbatim from a local page called Alligator Jackson's inside Huntington, West Virginia.
Can I preface? Hang on. I want to preface this because, Brian, you sent this as a text into the group chat saying we should actually, no, you actually just commented on.
I just straight fucking tagged. Yeah.
This is now going to be, it's official, right, Gracie? Are we cool with this? This is going to be a segment now on the show.
Okay.
And we got to come up with a name for it by the end of the episode.
Oh,
we are going to read, again, Brian just said, verbatim comments from a page on the internet called Alligator Jackson's Inside Huntington, West Virginia.
We're going to have to make a new drop for this segment. It definitely.
I'm working on it. I will work on it. I'm on it. But this is happening. This is now, you're witnessing now the birth of a new Holler segment which we haven't done a new segment that's like guaranteed for real in a hot minute. So this is wonderful. We got to come up with a good name. If anybody out there in chat knows anything that would be really good for this, again, Brian, like what are your terms for this? How do we do this? What's up?
Fucking Holler Gator Jackson. Okay, so the terms are
Disgusting.
The terms are Alligator Jackson's Inside Huntington, West Virginia page is a unofficial news page in our local area. So if you're listening from outside the area, this is like the tri-state area. It's a guy who's an independent journalist, and he's for the people, right? This guy goes out.
Are we calling him a journalist?
An independent. That's why I said independent.
Journalist now?
Anyway, here's the point.
Is he kind of a journalist now?
The local area just creates the most ridiculous posts. This guy could go into a restaurant. Like recently, he went into Randy Moss's new restaurant. This is not the one I'm reading, but recently went to Randy Moss's new restaurant. He announced this place doesn't have ketchup. The world fucking exploded on Facebook with comments about ketchup. That's why we were laughing about ketchup earlier. This one
motherfucker cares so much about ketchup.
This one.
Journalist, though, right, Buffy? Right, Buffy? Right.
This hold on, I got a button for that.
Journalist,
hold on
though. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that drop, and I'm gonna chop and screw it and turn it into a real. But for real though, we got to get into it because people need to understand. The deal with it is this is a local Facebook page, and you know how local Facebook pages go. If you get on the fucking dumpster fire of a website, you know what it is. But if you read some of these comments and speak them out loud with your mouth, oh my God, holy shit. So we need, Brian, we need you and Gracie to do this. And I'm just going to be fucking peanut gallery. But this is my only caveat. If it's a woman's comment, Gracie has to do it.
Oh shit! Right now?
Yeah.
Listen,
okay.
Gracie's out on this one. She's got her hands tied over there.
What are you talking
about? I got it. Dylan will be back in 2 minutes. I'm just taking care of business over here.
Fantastic. Well, Gracie, jump on there. Go to all comments. If you need me to, hold on, I'll text this link to you.
Yeah, pop that link out. So again,
I hate everything.
So
thank you, Buffy,
while Brian's sharing it with you, Gracie, I'm going to reiterate. This is Alligator Jackson's Inside Huntington, West Virginia Facebook page, which has become recently a sort of like local, sort of next door-ish kind of community sharing group. But man,
it's like being on Facebook Marketplace, but for news, local.
Exactly, but for news that's happening around you, and it's really fucking. It's so West Virginia. It's so silly.
Okay, let's dive into it, man. Let's dive into it. Okay, the topic at hand. There is a new restaurant coming to Huntington. It's in the old Golden Corral building, and it's going to be called Takaya Seafood Steak Grilled Sushi Buffet. So essentially, we're getting a hibachi buffet type thing in the good old Golden Corral building.
Off the old Route 60 by the old Walmart.
Fucking Route 60.
West Virginia.
Okay, so I went to all comments, Gracie, and I will just go verbatim. If it's a guy, I'll read it.
Yeah.
So here we go. Hasn't that sign been there since July? Let's go fucking sushi buffet. I don't care they have ketchup or not. Still so going.
Gracie got one. Do you have one, Gracie?
Oh, I thought we were didn't know.
Just do it.
This is going to be a good one.
Gracie, do it.
Golden Corral is way better. None of these are funny.
That's the one.
Oh, wait, I got a good one. Okay, sorry. I can't even say I will try this one. I don't like buffets because people don't wash their hands, allow their children to serve themselves, and don't cover their coughs and sneezes.
I needed a little more head movement there.
Another restaurant. Shake my head. I seen this the other day when I was getting my meds. I'm ready, LOL.
I wish Shaunitz from Milton would build a place down this way. This was an old woman. You should see her profile picture.
Hear me out. We need a Popeyes.
Okay, but when? I've waited all year.
I can't even say I will try this one. I don't like buffets because people don't wash their hands. They allow their children to serve themselves, and they don't cover their coughs and sneezes.
That was a lady, and I just read that.
That was
one.
a woman, Brian, and Gracie just said that. You're not paying any attention.
Keep going, Gracie.
You failed.
We need Golden Corral back. We had lunch at the Route 61 every month for 10 years. It was a girls' lunch, like workers and good food.
This, by the way, I am having a fucking blast right now. I am having so much. Can you guys just keep fucking going? How many more? There's got to be plenty more.
It's like
Unlimited.
100,000.
Oh my God, fucking keep. I am fucking
Gracie,
loving.
let's just keep firing back and forth, no delays.
Yeah.
Need a White Castle.
Need a Popeye chicken.
I pray they understand our region and its need for ketchup. I cannot wait to try this out.
A Brazilian steakhouse would be amazing. Got to travel to the beach to find one, honestly. A Brazilian steakhouse.
Where's the Sizzler at?
That sign been up over a year. Believe it when I see it.
That sign been up since the beginning of the year, LOL.
This has been coming soon for a year or so. I just recently started seeing movement on it.
Golden Corral should have came back.
How many Asian Mexican restaurants does one region need? I'm talking Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. For the
And
love
there
of
we
God.
are. Yeah, there we are.
For the love of God,
That's where
just send us one Southern cuisine restaurant. I pray to you.
Oh man, there's where the racism has been hiding.
Shared. I liked Golden Corral better. Our grandson was in from the Marines a few years ago, and we all met at Golden Corral. It was so good.
Tell you what we need, some true home-cooked place to eat. Have enough fast foods and Chinese places to eat.
Pause for a second, please. I'm sorry. Pause. I gotta stop you. This is fucking gold. This is so fucking great. This is literally. It's not just that it's so fresh. This is in being a new segment. This is fucking hilarious. God damn it.
I'm already laughing at my
great.
next one.
Can I just say though, as the boss, as my side, being peanut gallery man over here, Golden Corral was kind of fucking fire.
I like to Golden Corral, especially breakfast time. God damn.
Breakfast time and the rolls, the fucking rolls.
Gracie, go, because I got a good one next.
Go, Gracie, go.
Used to live not far from there. It was so good as Golden Corral. That's how it's spelled. Loved their pink ranch dressing. Never seen it again.
Was Golden Corral. I really miss cupping my hands and scooping chocolate out of the chocolate waterfall.
Yuck.
And there's that one. All right. Well, give us like 4 or 5 more.
Done. Thank you. It'll be good to have something with variety on this side of town. She yelled that part.
Glad it won't be standing empty, and it will put even more people at work. Win, win, win.
Jeez. We need to start thinking out of the box. What is actually good for Huntington and Barboursville area? Something unique, something different. That was a lot of passion.
Gracie, if you like feel any sort of snark at all, you got to do a head thing. You got to do, because we need a visual. Yeah, something like that. Like any sort of snark in the comment. If you feel like it's going to be snarky, go ahead and give us like a back and forthy head movement. And Brian, I need
Wait.
Hey, listen, I'm being Dylegacy right now. I'm being your director. I need more better motivation. Brian, I need more movement from your face and top of your tits. I need more movement.
More tits.
Yeah, more tits.
In my Facebook page.
Brian, more tits. Gracie's got plenty. I need more from Brian. More tits.
I heard there would be
More action. More action. More passion. What?
I heard there would be a Buc-ee's built at this location.
Honestly.
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
I know a lot of people read your page. Wendy's had junior bacon cheeseburgers on the app for 1 penny through January 2nd.
Thank you, Gracie.
We need Chinese buffet here. That is clean, that is fresh, and that has good variety.
Brian, more fucking snark.
Yes.
I need more action.
It's not snark. These women are weird.
I need, you know they're sitting behind that fucking keyboard getting fucking, ooh. I got to get this out. Oh.
No, these are weird. Yes, it's really good. If it's really good alligator meat, I can't wait.
Alligator.
That's what it says.
What the
This one is in all caps, and it doesn't make any sense, so I'm going to read it in the essence of Will Ferrell voice modulation. A good barbecue or seafood like Jewel City buffet. What?
Here we go, Brian. You're getting better, closer, warmer, nicer, sexier. More tits. Not enough tits though. I need more tits. At least give me a couple more, guys, and then we got to move on. Miranda
Song
thinks she loves
good.
AJ dog. Fuck this.
Song good.
What did you say? Song?
Song. Like, you sing a song.
Yeah.
Song good.
That's what it says.
Wait.
I'm
The
a little
woman said that. What's her first name?
Claire.
Claire said, what
Thank
did
you,
she
Claire.
say?
Song good.
So wait,
Song good.
okay. So this post is by the way, reminder everybody, the post is about a new Chinese buffet / Japanese hibachi, etc.
Opening in the old Golden Corral.
Opening in the old Golden Corral.
Song
And
good.
then Claire said, what was that again, Gracie?
Song good.
Song good.
Song good.
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you, Claire, for that.
Mark out there has a much deeper take on this. And he's presidential, so this is a presidential address. The buffet is great.
Oh,
I
wait,
can't
is that because that's what his profile looks like?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm Abby. Yeah, I'm Abby judging.
Okay, great.
The buffet is great. I can't wait. It's all you can eat. My sides, they're going to be bulging with steak. As far as being dirty breath, the air, it's okay. And sure, rain has acid in it, but that eats the paint off of fenders on your car. But be a real person. We're all human beings. Just think of the public pool. I'm sure there's good community bathtubs around, but still fun. ... What the fuck?
Is that it?
That's where I'm.
Oh my God! We have to. That's it. All right, that's the finale for sure. That's the last one. Thank you, Brian, for that. Oh my God, Jesus! Oh my God, that's great.
Believe it or not, Buffy, it is a real person.
When I thought you said presidential, I almost thought you were going to go a different route, like with the acting out. You went genuine. You went real deal. I almost thought you were going to go like maybe an Obama, like a buffet great.
I can't believe that paragraph that I read was a real paragraph that someone
That was
had
a
typed.
person. That was a person, a real living person wrote that and put
Sound
it
good.
on the internet for us to enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our newest segment, and it's my favorite thing. It's the favorite. It's my favorite. It's the best. It's the best thing that happened in 2023 to me. I'm just saying.
We saved it right to the very end. JD, you got a holler poll, man. Let's hear
This
about it.
is
I do, but it's paling in comparison. That was one of the fucking funniest things I have fucking. Thank you, Brian, for that concept. We're rolling with that. Again, anybody out there in Holler Nation in the chat, in the comments of our shows, can you send us, what do you think we should call that segment? It needs a good name. We'll pick it together. Fuck, that's fucking hilarious.
We're also going to fire shots before we get out of here, by the way. I haven't.
Yes, yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to knock this poll out real quick, and everybody's going to have an opinion about it. So, Holler Nation, keep your eyes and ears peeled here. This is what it is. My poll question this week was a very simple one. Everyone has an Oreo cookie ritual. What is your Oreo cookie ritual? Now, let's go ahead and us three knock it out. Brian, Gracie, me.
Okay, so I'm pretty cliche with it. I'm going to take the Oreo with a tall glass of ice cold milk. No ice in the milk, but I want cold milk. I'm going to dip the Oreo in there, and I'm going to hold it until the moment that it's going to like dissolve off my fingertips. And at that moment, I'm going to get it out of there, and all one bite, I'm just going to just destroy it.
Boom. Brian also, by the way, is a hashtag all one bite.
I'm an all one bite.
Motherfucker, dude. The motherfucker eats a Kit Kat like a goddamn sociopath.
Yeah, like you're fucking like dog or something, you know, like dog chewing on a bone.
Gracie's over here like, I know. It's so hot.
Such a psycho.
Gracie, what's your
Just
Oreo
no.
cookie ritual?
Well, it's depending on how I feel, because my main one is the same as Brian's. Like, I want that cookie to be soggy for some reason. It's
Word.
just a thing. But I don't like my cereal soggy anyway. Or I
That's
open
weird.
the cookie
That's
up.
weird. You're weird. That's weird.
I know. I open the cookie up, lick all the cream off, put the cookies back together, and then eat the cookies.
Do you
It just
do
depends on
do you
what kind of
practice-
mood I'm in.
When you open it up and lick it off, do you practice cunnilingus on the cream of the cookie?
No. I usually use my
Arby's, we have the meats.
Do you do? That's a horror. I hated that, Brian. I hated that a lot. That was bad.
Psychopath.
All right. I'm
Get out of
now, the last question I have just asked has been redacted. Lacey, and then wait, what did you say you did after you did the you ate the pussy of the cream?
And then I smash the cookies back together and eat them.
Boom, there you go.
And two bites.
So this is what I do. I'm
And then I'll drink
very
milk.
similar to Brian's whole situation. I take the cookie, I do a dip into the milk. Got to have a glass of milk, but I don't want a big one, just a small one. I dip it in there, but I don't completely submerge. It's not 100% submersion. I would say if it was a percentage, it would be like I submerge 80 to 90% of it. I leave part of the cookie dry outside of the milk. I let it do its thing. My situation is it's either between 3 and 5 seconds, depends on how fresh the Oreo is, or when the bubbles stop. Then I pull it out, and then all one bite. Boom, whole cookie in the mouth with the softness of the soaked cookie and the crunchiness of the other one. Boom. I do this, for some reason, my number is 6 cookies at a time. I never eat more or less. It's 6.
That's some self-control. I eat like 16.
I know shit. Everybody eats a.
I like the whole
I get
section.
Word up.
I eat one column.
Yo, side note, side note. Can we do an Oreo party?
That's fine.
Holler Oreo party.
That's fine.
Anyway, 6 cookies. But I don't take a damn sip of the milk until I've eaten all 6 cookies. That's my ritual.
And because of your 20%, your cookie's not going to break off in the milk. That's why you've left 20% out there.
It's wonderful. It's
sometimes your cookie still breaks off in the milk, and then you get real sad, and you just have that hard.
It depends on your conviction. Anyway, here we go.
Sometimes I'm just not paying attention to my cookie dunking skills.
I'm going to go quick with these. This one comes from Monica. She says, and hers is pretty classic. Open the cookie, scrape the cream with my teeth, and then eat the cookie. Pow, that's fucking smart. Smart as fuck. Mo, she's popped in. She says, I dunk it until the bubbles stop. Smart. I like them to drown. I mean, get soggy. Boom. And you know what? The real deal is she started a thing on this. Richard, by the way, pops in. Is an Oreo party like a lemon party? Richard?
On my show, Bob
For
Sperry.
you, my old man, it sure is. I just want to say Mo started something with this, by the way, because she started saying, I like to drown those motherfuckers. And people started popping out of the woodwork and said, that's the way to go. Brittany also says this is the correct answer. Kate, she says, I deep fry them to peak yumminess. That's also smart.
I do love a good deep
fair
fry.
food. Hashtag fair food.
Shouts to the peddler, downtown Huntington, West Virginia. Deep fried Oreos on the dessert menu. They serve it with a peanut butter fucking, like a fudge dip. Ugh. Anyway. Kayla says, I dunk them in milk until they're super soggy and just about to fall apart, and then I eat half the package. Thank you, Kayla. Miranda, what's up, girl? She says, I like getting either double stuffed or mega stuffed, taking all the cream out. I eat however many of the cookie parts I feel, and then I just have one big pile of cream to eat. And then, Brian, you responded to that, by the way, and you said, oh, gosh.
Gosh, man.
Brian, have you ever seen this in person? Have you ever witnessed this action?
I've never witnessed it, man. Never seen it.
Sounds like a fun weekend, bud.
Yeah, we should have knocked that out first date, in my opinion.
You're Richard, by the way, is back. He says, scoop, separate, Dunka Oreos.
Ooh.
Pretty smart. That's kind of a lot of people's classic sort of way. All right, here we go. Lee, eat too many until I want to throw up, at which point I promise myself I'll never do it again, and then I repeat it a month later. Smart. I'm just going to say smart after everything, because I'm going to try all these techniques.
Buffy, I think you're right.
Buffy says, Miranda's out here exposing some information. Michelle, by the way, came out and hung out for my birthday the other night. My balls dropped.
I'm turning 16.
Happy New Year, my balls.
I'm going to get a driver's license.
Olivia,
does this place have ketchup?
Who hurt her, by the way? Anyway, keep going.
Ketchup here.
I love Golden Corral.
I'm the president. Michelle, thank you, by the way, for hanging out for my birthday. And you bought me a shot, and it was so cool. Michelle, she said, put Oreos in glass, pour milk over, wait until soft, eat with spoon. Yo, she's straight up.
He's eating
I
cereal.
didn't realize.
Eating
I didn't
cereal.
know
You
that
break
thing
your
was
Oreos up and eat it as
I didn't
cereal.
realize
What
it
are
was
you
going to be
doing?
an iambic pentameter, Michelle. Fuck. Put Oreos in glass. Pour milk over. Wait until soft. Eat with spoon. Hip hop.
It's really a lot.
Hip hop. It started out in the park. Janelle, she's eat the vanilla ones only. Cream part first, of course. Yo, that's good.
The vanillas are bangers.
They are fucking. They are way better than those fucking shitty. You know what I mean? Like store brand.
Yes.
White
Yeah,
cookies.
Yeah, I don't know what's so different, but they are so different.
Why they got to be white though? Anyway, Brian pops. Brian, you popped in. Brian's popped into the chat.
Brian, stop.
He sent I'm just gonna show you. This is for our video friends. He said, "Don't ask ChatGPT," and then he shows this. Sorry about my broken phone screen, but
I think we get the point.
I think we get the point. It's beautiful.
Everything's
it's a show of beauty.
Anything can be an Oreo if you try.
All right, I've only got 3 more left, and then we're fucking out of here. Corey says, "I cram like 5 in my mouth at once. See how long I can go without chewing. It gets real mushy." That sounds.
Ew, that's disgusting.
Top fan, Kayla, thank you so much for being a Holler Nation fucking baller. You're a Holler baller.
A Holler baller.
Kayla, you say, depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm a soggy dunker. Hashtag soggy dunker. I'm changing my name on X, formerly Twitter, to Soggy Dunker. Is that what we call Trump's diapers? Anyway, my bad.
President Soggy Dunker.
Ayla said, depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm a soggy dunker. Sometimes I eat the top cookie, then the rest. Sometimes icing only. Oh, and sometimes I get fancy and make Oreo balls.
Ooh, why did it take so long to get us to Oreo balls? Seriously,
I don't understand. Because, by the way, premium cake pop thing, right? That's what you do. You do the Michelle technique where you soak them, but use less of the amount of milk than you think. Get soggy, whip it up, and then roll them up, right? Roll them into balls with greasy hands. Dip them in chocolate. Boom! You've created. What a morsel! What a morsel! That's what Jonathan Davis was trying to say. He was trying to say morsel, but he doesn't have the ability.
What I sound like when I eat Oreos.
Yeah, what it sounds like. Wait, Brian, can you give me that real quick?
Yeah. I'm about to pull up a glass of milk and.
What it sounds like when I'm eating Oreos. Give me one more.
You guys are
honestly, that is kind of what it does sound like when I eat Oreos, especially alone. All right, 2 more. This one's from Nick. He says, "I eat 7 more than I intended to."
Yep.
And then Joe's got this this is a pretty cool thing. He does like a kaiju situation. Joe says, separate cream from about 5 Oreos. Combine into 1. Eat all the dry cookies that I have left over. And then finally consume said monster Oreo. The kaiju Oreo.
The kaiju Oreo.
The Godzilla minus Oreo.
I just don't like
I don't know how he eats that without also mushing out the Oreo sides.
I knew that was going to be a fucking wonderful question, and I'm so glad that everybody popped out. And you guys are so much fun on the internet.
Hey, Buffy says if we stay on till midnight, which is only like 10 more minutes, it's her birthday. Buffy, how old are you turning?
Birthday.
Yes, Brian. Get on the internet and ask a woman how old she's going to be.
Buffy doesn't care. I know Buffy. Buffy doesn't give a shit.
Whatever. Social norms. Fuck it.
It's going to be like 26. That's my guess.
I say 18.
Hell yes.
Oh my God. You know.
Yes. That's fucking awesome.
Buffy's 26, just a wee lad.
Gracie fucking
hell yes.
Out of the park. First at bat.
Gracie, you get to go first. Here we go.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. My money long.
This has been one of the most fun episodes we've done. Every episode's fun, by the way.
You got it.
JD, I get to go first. Are you ready?
God damn it.
I remember my shots fired. I'm sure you're surprised about it. They were just mean to me in the group chat. My shots fired. Are you ready?
No.
Is it Taco Bell?
Yo!
No, take it easy.
Nope. Because they do not have diaper changing tables in their bathrooms.
And, that seems like a huge oversight.
I mean, you don't understand maybe, but it's a big deal. I had to take my baby out to the van. It's freezing cold outside.
Oh, man.
Change him in the van with the door open.
Damn
How
it.
do you feel whenever your baby penis gets really cold wind on
Can they
it?
make a device?
I tell you, when my baby penis gets colded on,
it's probably
when
not.
my baby penis gets cold and there's not a diaper changer in there, I'm fucking out. You ain't even
I'm
getting my
out.
money.
I'm out of this Taco Bell.
Sounds good.
Brian,
Sounds
that's
good.
the point. When my baby penis gets cold and there's not a diaper changer,
I agree.
I'm out of
That's
this
another
Taco
shots
Bell.
fired. That's a shots fired for another day. Honestly.
Yes.
Put diaper changing tables
Preach, woman.
in all restaurants. Put them in men's restrooms. Because dads change diapers too. So
Actually, in all seriousness, how is it not even legal? Shouldn't that just be a requirement? The same way a restaurant has to have a bathroom, they should have to have changing stations in both bathrooms. Period. No questions asked. Just because you're gonna have babies, it's a restaurant. You're gonna have humans and babies.
But I also really like the whole deal though that they put them in guys' bathrooms because you know what, y'all need to fucking you step up. Step the fuck up.
That's
she had the baby.
Have a dad.
She popped that thing. She popped that thing
out the sunroof, but dad can change a diaper.
Out the sunroof. She popped that thing out the sunroof.
Out the sunroof.
We're back to
Change some
Gracie's
shitty
sunroof.
diapers.
Didn't think that we would be here. Gracie, are you finished? Is that it?
Put changing tables in all
Put 'em in
bathrooms.
there.
Thank you.
Fire
Especially
Yo, y'all, I really seriously do highly recommend this Post Malone wine. It's fucking dope. The glass is fucking dope.
That is a badass.
It's sick as shit. It's got a fucking glass cork. I mean, that is some baller fucking shit. It's absolutely fantastic, and I'm fucking litty right now.
I just need you to put Bob's comment on the screen really quick.
Oh, sorry, I was slacking on the comments over here. We go.
Brian, go.
Okay, my shot's fired.
Hey, Bob, by the way, says that's top 3 places I mess my diaper.
Yeah.
TBHSMH. To be honest, shaking my head.
Taco Bell. Damn it. Okay, Brian, sorry.
That's a really good shake my head that you did, Randall. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I'll remember that next time I'm reading Holler Gator comments.
Yes, especially if somebody says, I'm shaking my head.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Song good. Song good.
I've changed my shots fired. It's you too.
Oh, thank you. Brian, go.
Hold on. Buffy says, "Is it really a cork? If it's glass,
the fuck is yo. It's a fuck is. This is
it's
grooved.
Just a lid.
This is gnarly. It's got like a grooved situation. It straight corks the fuck up, dude.
It's just a lid, JD. Brian, go before we're JD shots
fired. Okay. Shots fired for me this week. We're getting into NFL playoffs. You're starting to see lots of your friends that are sports fanatics, NFL fanatics. They're posting about
Here
their
he
favorite
goes.
teams.
Here he goes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's down. It's a first. It's a first score.
Country roads.
You're starting to see them all post about their favorite teams. I get really annoyed seeing people come out of the woodworks. I've never seen any posts, any mention about these teams ever in their life. And suddenly, the Browns have made the playoffs. I've seen more Browns fans on my timeline than I knew existed my whole existence of life.
Maybe they're embarrassed. Ryan, they're just embarrassed about it.
Just people that have just liked bad teams forever, and then they only mention it when they win. It's like, dude, have fun. I think the suffering is the fun part. Actually, I've had the least amount of fun winning. And if you don't know, I'm a Chiefs fan. But
Oh God, Ryan the fuck ball, dude.
He's been a Chiefs fan since he was a kid. Blah, we know.
I'll just keep talking, Gracie, as if it's not my shots fired. I'll just keep saying words. So I enjoyed the suffering part of my fandom more than the winning part, because I used to walk into bars or restaurants and they'd be like, "Oh my God, dude, I feel so sorry for you. You want me to buy you a drink?" And now people try to headbutt me and fight me outside of places. It's fucking crazy. Shots fired.
The only one drinking alcohol. This is fucking weird. Yo, so we don't normally break out the shots fired segment on this show. That's my number one shots fired. I've got multiple. That's my number one is we don't break this one out enough because it fucking rules and everybody loves it. And if you're out in Holler Nation and you appreciate the shots fired segment, get the fuck on it. It's sick. It's fucking dope. You should, if you got something you want to get the fuck off your chest, that's what the point of the show is for. Anyway, that's shots fired number one. Shots fired number two is I'm the only one drinking alcohol. And it fucking tastes so good. Shouts to Posty. You guys you're so quiet.
I got
actually, my shots fired number three is actually a shots for. I want to say I really appreciate everybody for all the birthday shouts they gave me and the texts from Gracie and Brian and all my friends. And it was really, really cool to see everybody pop out to the bar that I work at and say hi and happy birthday. And the vibe has been so fucking chill and tight for the last couple days. You guys have been so much fun. It's wild to be old, but I am, and it is still fun though. So thanks.
I gotta
also, yes, my birthday did fall, by the way, Buffy, on Gypsy Rose Day. Now is what my
it was planned that way the whole time.
My birthday is actually called National JD Short Day. I don't think people knew that enough. But the truth is, I'm going to let Gypsy Rose Blanchard get her time in the sun. But also, y'all, don't get too wild on that shit. She's seriously a person, and she needs whatever space she wants. So let her have it.
I've been reading other things about it, and I just don't know if I'm on her side right now.
Okay, whatever. We don't need to get into that whole shit. I do want to say it's just a girl who is very young who's getting let out of prison. So let her have her space. I appreciate that. Can you give me that for my birthday? Thank you, Preach.
Yeah, good luck. Humans are the worst. Here's your shots fired, by the
way. Dude, Brian, that was a great birthday gift. A wonderful fucking anecdote right there. Bless you guys. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I love you so much.
We only have to hang on for 2.5 more minutes. It becomes Buffy's birthday. So
we're not going the fuck anywhere, man. Let's do a little quick life update action.
Well, 2023 is about to end. That's pretty crazy.
Say what?
I said 2023 is about to end. This is our last show of the year.
This is gnarly.
Did you guys have Gracie has a baby on your 2023 bingo card?
Absolutely not.
No.
I wrote it in on the empty space part.
What? JD, you're you suck.
I know. That's what I do. For real though, I had a whole spiel actually. We'll go ahead and break into it. I like this idea, and maybe we can bust it out on the next episode or something if it's still kind of a thing. But we were tweeting and we were sharing some memes and posts like we do because it's Holler Nation and that's how we live our life. We fucking party fucking hard and it's great. But I thought this thing, I think it was Brian. I think you were the one who posted something that said Happy Holler Days. And I think that needs to be a thing. And by that, I mean, I've written a definition.
Oh dear.
For the word holidays or, happy holidays or whatever. So it's the period encompassing the entire late year winter holiday season, right? Typically from the week of Thanksgiving all the way until mid-January. And those are called the Holler Days. And it's where you can party and you can be silly and you can make or share memes and content with your friends and other people around you to spread joy. But in doing so, all other holidays bow to holidays.
Even Festivus. Holidays is a vibe. Hey, Buffy says that she's been. Gracie says, add Brian.
Gracie says it.
Buffy says she's been building her 2024 bingo card. I've got a few you could add, Buffy. Try some of these for your 2024 bingo card.
Oh, Jesus.
Get an eye infection and have to wear an eye patch on St. Patrick's Day. Buy Shrek Crocs.
Look at how good a glass cork works, by the way, motherfuckers.
Shatter a window
Nothing.
by throwing a shoe at a wasp. Get very sick many times. Go viral for asking a family member what raw dogging means.
That
love
would be
that.
funny. Oh, thank God. Happy birthday, Buffy. You're 26.
Is the birthday of Buffy.
This is almost the fucking
The Cryptid
birthday
Slayer.
episode, man. It's your birthday, Buffy!
Okie dokie. It's your birthday. You live.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
26
Bad bitch
years.
contest, you in first place.
And
Buffy,
have been
you
on.
raise us up.
exactly one
raise me up.
Brian, that.
If you want it to be.
I think we're at the end of the show now, and this has been so much fun. I love you guys so much. Happy holidays. We'll see if that continues. Rolling. Buffy 6, friend of the pod, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Happy fucking birthday to you, to me. And you know what? For everyone else out there that's not celebrating a birthday, a very merry birthday to you.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
We will see you all in 2024. Buffy, we love you. Holler Nation, we love you. Have a beautiful birthday. You guys have a safe New Year's Eve.
Joy to the world and pop.
You're beautiful.